Hello, hello, hello. This is Comfort and Cantrips. We're about to get started in just 1 second. Jack, take us away.
Hi, I'm Jack Lantern Audio. I play Muradin Ironhammer, Mark of Warding Dwarf, Artificer, Armorer to be specific. He's a noble. He's a nice guy once you get to know him, but he's also a bit grumpy and, I don't really want to do all this sometimes. If you look at the image, he's the dwarf in plate armor with the goggles on his head and the annoyed expression of someone who's just seen his flower bed get trampled.
Hello, I am Zeta Audio. I play Kel, the lovable changeling bard. Almost said rogue there, don't know why. The lovable changeling bard, who is from the lower city of Sharn. He's looking to make his way out of the gang-ridden, poverty-stricken lower city, and the university is his best shot at that. If you look at the image, he's the next one up on the stairs, the arms behind his head, just kind of relaxing.
Hello, I'm Mento Audio. I play Nooks Green. They are a wood elf warlock. For some reason, I do not remember the day of my life. And they are also a twisted tempest who isn't currently.
Just to let you know, your mic is cutting out. I don't think we picked all that up.
Alrighty, and I am Robin, also known as Smoghog. I am playing the role of the GM and every other character in the game. Uh, as has been said, our wonderful Tempest or Everything Audios will be joining us later today, so I do not know when that will be, but we will be starting without them. Alrighty. Everyone, ready yourselves for a wonderful adventure of daring, dastardliness, and all around unpleasantness.
You could have said death.
I don't know if you'll die. You might. Probably will. But I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Alrighty, so for our wonderful audience, we are playing in UDA, a homebrew setting based in the University for Destined Adventurers. UDA is based around a few things: prophecies, being better than everyone else, and turning out some of the greatest heroes and villains of all time. So, located in Upper Sharn, we start our day once again in your dorms, waking up.
So we might as well say, last session we got sorted into our houses, Muradin into the House of Kindness, Nooks into the House of Knowledge, Kel into the House of Loot, and Tempest into the House of Glory, was it? Power?
Power.
Right.
Yes. And they also participated in one of the great races. Specifically, Muradin participated in one of the great races, and they also participated in a play that went terribly, terribly wrong in all the best ways.
Kel still thinks that was 100% planned.
And I still love that. Alrighty, but getting us started today, you all wake up and are getting ready for classes, as you always do on this wonderful. I forget what the days of the week are, so we're just gonna say a Thursday until I can remember what that actually means in Eberron.
I'll take a look.
This wonderful Thursday morning. The clouds are kind of gray. You're clearly looking at some rain, but that's to be expected. You're heading into the latter part of the year, so you're starting to get towards that changing of the seasons. Um, yes, for those of you who don't know, a little bit of world building. UDA starts at the beginning of the year and ends at the end of the year. Um, well, not quite the end of the year, not quite the beginning, because there's about a month in between. There's about 2 or 3 months in between schooling. But, sorry, but you all wake up, get out of bed, say hi to Bear, say hi to Draco, who gives you a grunt. Draco looks to have been up, awake for most nights for the past few weeks. He's clearly working on something, although with a lot of homework being stacked on top of all of you, none of you can really blame him. Your first.
Just to say, the Thursday in this universe is called Zor, Z-O-R.
Got it. Zor. So on this lovely Zor morning, um, sounds like you woke up with sores. But yeah, so you all make your way into the first class. You see Bear gets there before you, and him and Draco are discussing something with the professor. This is Adventuring 101, which is taught by the wonderful dwarf artificer.
That would be Mr. Ironbeard, who asks me to retrieve a book of prophecies and then burned it in front of us.
Yep, that's him.
Yep.
And then shot at us when some of us tried to get it out of the fire.
Shot
That is
at
also
you
him.
is a bit of an exaggeration. He shot in your general direction. It was a warning shot.
I shot the mage hand.
um, but yes, so Bear is talking to the professor with Draco. You don't overhear anything because Draco is quiet as always, and you all make your way to your seats. Today's lesson is fairly standard. It's a lesson on magic items since you all are getting to the point where you're probably going to start going on adventures where you run into them. Uh, there's basics on how to attune, how to spot cursed magic items, but you are told that cursed magic items are taught more prevalently in your second year. But at the end of the class, you do get one interesting announcement. Alright, students, as is pretty common near this time of the year for our first years, I've been starting to get questions about outside of campus learning, or as I call them, self-scheduled adventures. These are permitted by the school, and some of your teachers will even push you towards doing them. I don't really care which way you go, you're still for first years. You don't have to go on any this year if you don't want. That being said, expect to start going on more of them next year, but we have been getting questions about scheduling some. The way you will do that is you will talk to each of your teachers, tell them what the adventure is, get them to sign a form, and then you will give that form to the principal, who will then sign off on the adventure or not. The principal has the final word on whether or not you can do it. Any funding you will need from the school for your adventures will also have to be gone through the principal when you get the adventure signed off. Everyone understand?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Alrighty. Well, with that taken care of, I also do recommend on any of uh, your self-assigned adventures that you take a party of at least a few of your friends. I know that sometimes these adventures can be personal, but you will need to stay safe, and there's only so much we can do from the school to make sure that you are safe. You will not have the school cleric on your adventures outside of school. Alright. Well, with that taken care of, I am going to let you all get to the next class. I believe Robe has a very interesting demonstration for you all. Whoever gave him the Eye of the Werebore, good job. This one's on you. Alrighty. Robe's demonstration is indeed odd. The entire class is spent with him talking about interesting ways of doing divination, going to the more practical aspects of prophecy. And he brings out the Werebore's Eye and starts talking about how you can use the eyes of creatures to see into their past and into the possibilities of the future. He says that with a dead creature's eye, the only thing he'll be able to see is the past of the creature because its possible futures are ended. But if you can get the eye out of a still living creature and use this spell while it's living, you can see the creature's possible futures. At which point, runes upon the eye start to glow and images project of the Werebore's past. You go through a few, you talk about different scenarios and such, and afterwards you are all sent out to finish up your day, with Robe thanking uh, Nooks for bringing the eye to do this demonstration with.
Did we see the bit where he nearly well, actually killed Tempest before we got her back to life?
She was not killed, she was merely unconscious, and yes, there was a mighty ooh from everyone upon hearing and seeing that.
Yeah, I'm sure Tempest loved that part.
Yes. I am sure they did. But besides that, the day goes fairly quietly. The Wyverns class is boring as per usual. There's only so much that can be added to the excitement of history classes, even when they are taught by a Wyvern. And your class specific classes go fairly quickly. At the end of the day, Bear asks you all to meet him outside by the fountain for a quick favor.
Hmm. So, do we have time to do anything before we go see him?
Kel's probably going to go straight to Sea Bear.
Nooks will do the same.
I've got comprehend languages now.
I swear everyone's just picking up the understand bear spells.
We have to.
I mean, Nooks is in the Dead Languages Society, so
It's not a
they'll
dead
probably
language.
learn. They'll probably know someone there who will know it.
Oh my god.
Well, Merlin is in the same house as him, since Bear also got shuffled into kindness, so he might as well start learning too.
Yeah, but plus you've got like the whole like vow of silence when you're in the. So
Oh no, that was just for the day because
Yeah, yeah. Oh, just for that.
Yeah, that's
for
just
that
for
day.
the day of the patron's death. It's basically a remembrance of the patron. That's it. Although there are students who will take up a vow of silence for longer periods. A lot of clerics get drawn to that house, so there's a lot of religious ceremonies that happen in there between the clerics of the same gods. So vows of silence or things like that actually happen a lot around that area.
must make things terribly inconvenient for communication.
It does. It really, really does. Um, but yeah,
Hey, why you should learn giant sign language.
You know, a vow of silence also is supposed to include sign language, right?
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yes.
Ah,
Does this preclude, a Kalistar's mental linking?
Yeah, you're just not supposed to communicate with anyone. You stop trying to find the loopholes in vows of silence, people.
Well, I'm not.
Dang, so I can't use message.
Also, vows
you
of
don't have to
silence
take
are.
a vow of silence.
Yeah, you just don't have to take a vow of silence. Even the one on the day of the person's death isn't mandatory.
Well, that just makes this sound all the more inane that people actually do it.
Sorry, I just thought we were talking about loopholes and vows of silence.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Um.
So I
So
guess we'll all go to see Bear, the barbarian.
so yes, Bear and Draco are sitting by the fountain. Draco is looking through another book, which is kind of his pastime. When Bear looks up to you and says a flurry of signs, which Draco translates to Bear says hi.
Are you sure that's all he said? I would have. It looked like he was saying a lot more.
Yes, he said a lot more. That's all that's important. Bear says hi. When Bear gets nervous, they tend to talk too much, so I'm compressing it down.
Were my friend Morgan were here, they could link our minds and he could communicate with us directly.
Uh huh. Alright, Bear. And he kind of gives a say what you want to say. Bear starts signing and Draco starts translating. Alright, so, yada yada yada. Bear says that they are planning to take a self assigned adventure to. Oh, they're home. Nice.
Oh,
Uh, they have a coming of age celebration now that they are turning 19 that they wish to partake in with the rest of their family instead of doing it here. Um, yeah, yada yada makes sense. And then they also say that they would like us to join. Oh, sorry, buddy. I got a time sensitive project I gotta take care of. I can't come with.
You're not trying to build a knife to stab us with, are you?
First off, if I was, why would I tell you? And second off, no. Knives are boring.
just because he has to kill one of us doesn't mean he has to do it yet.
So DM, random idea. With this like self-assigned trip, basically, would I be able to in some way do something to strengthen my bond with my patron?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I mean, I don't know what I can do. That's why I was asking you.
Well, I mean, you gaining levels as a warlock is already showing your bond strengthening with your patron. You can always take moments to talk to your patron, and ask them what they want you to do, that sort of thing.
So can there be a moment during this trip where I am able to like just sit up, like kind of meditate and talk to them, I guess?
I mean, yeah, depending on where Bear's home is, it's probably going to be a bit of a journey. You
Alright.
doubt that they have a teleportation circle nearby.
Well, we could pay for a sky coach or something to take us there.
I mean, even a sky coach is a bit of a journey depending on where. So it's still enough time to talk to your patron and all that sort of thing.
Kel has never been in a sky
Sweet.
coach before.
Poor cow.
Well, this wouldn't be a sky coach. This would be a like sky.
Taxi.
No, because sky coaches are sky taxis.
Ah.
This would be
Like
This
a
would be a
cruise liner?
full-on flying ship that you would need to rent out for this type of journey. But yeah. So, Bear looks at the rest of you and signs, and Draco goes, so Bear wants to know if the rest of you can go with. This is going to be the one time
Yes.
I ask a favor because I don't want Bear to go alone,
Yes.
but I can't
I
come.
would be more than happy to join you.
Yes, I'll be willing. If you're not coming, perhaps one of us should ask a friend to accompany us in your place.
Nah, it'll be fine. Uh, you got you four. I mostly just don't want Bear to do something stupid. No offense,
Famous
buddy.
last words.
I'm sure Bear will be fine. But I do want to come.
Alrighty, Bear's very excited that the four of you are coming. And he gives a bunch of signs to Draco, and Draco goes, "I promise I'll make a trip out to your home with you on a different day, okay?" And Bear gives kind of a reluctant sign, and Draco goes to the rest of you in kind of a whisper, "Please try to make sure he doesn't die."
We will. Just
Cool.
one question. If you're staying behind, how are we supposed to talk to him?
Um, I don't know. Magic? Once you get to the village, I'm sure there will be people.
Hmm. We might want to find Psionic or two so we can link minds with him.
Don't you have, like, magic to do that?
I know a spell to do it.
Cool. That problem solved. Once you get to the village, there will probably be someone there who can talk to him.
As
Well,
long as they can talk to us too.
I mean, Goliaths aren't innately mute. Bear's just special.
Fine, fine.
And he turns to Bear and signs a few things back to him. Bear gives him a few questioning signs, and Draco signs back and then goes, "Alright, well, I'm gonna go work on my project. Try to keep Bear alive. If one of you dies, I don't know. I hope it's the one who was prophesized. Bye."
What a
It can't.
strange little man.
It can't be the one who was prophesized because he has to kill the one who's prophesized.
Draco's already gone.
So I should probably get working on casting that comprehend languages spell then.
Well, that's more of a when you need it spell. But Draco can also write things down. Y'all do realize that, right? Or
Well,
not Draco. Bear can also write things down.
Yeah, but that takes a bit more time. So,
barbarians don't necessarily know how to write.
he's in a university.
There was a standardized test y'all had to take to get in.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like in real life, they let you type those or dictate if you can't write well.
Fair. But yeah. Alrighty. So, you guys got some time to get some equipment together. Bear warns you that his family lives up in the mountains in northern Eberron, so it's gonna be a bit of a trip, and he has yet to get together how you guys are gonna make the trip.
Burden will use his family's finances to pay for winter gear for everyone.
Kel, knowing that this is going to be a bit of a long journey, is going to prepare some snacks.
I
And
love
Nooks probably spend their time. Sorry, Nooks probably spend their time mentally preparing because, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be around a lot of very big, strong, and attractive people.
No, I was just saying she's gonna. I mean, they're gonna probably want to talk to their patron about, the veins just casually turning black in their arms. Very casual, everyday, just your normal Wednesday stuff. You know.
Okay, I have thought. Um, I'm using that as the name for this vehicle from now on. I love that too much.
What?
The big flying, the huge ones that take people from long journey destinations are now going to be called sky buses.
That's cool.
All right. So, speaking of which, Bear does convince the principal to pay for a sky bus for you all to transport you there.
Okay.
The only reason he agrees to this is the fact that, first off, it's for an adventure, and second off, a few other students are going to get dropped off along the way.
And the principal is an owl person, not like Kaipora, but more like a person who has owl features and also transforms into an owl.
I mean, when he's not transformed, he's literally just a giant owl.
Yeah, but he's not an anthropomorphic one.
Fair. Yeah, we don't have a Stolas on our hands, unfortunately. So, anything else you guys do to prepare for the adventure?
Uh, I don't think Cal does anything else really, but he is really excited because he's never been on anything like this. He has never really left Sharn, and he's never been on either a sky coach or a sky bus.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
he was on the set of Blade Runner, basically. But yeah, Muradin will check everyone's gear, see they have stuff for going up the mountains, climbing gear, gloves, special snowshoes, I guess. And if possible, I guess he'll make some adjustments to his armor so he can wear his winter gear with it.
Alrighty. So, you guys have your winter gear prepared. You have all of your other stuff prepared. And you are all, a sky coach, an actual sky coach, lands in the courtyard to pick up the students and take them to the sky bus.
Erden will lead the party onto the skybus, musing, a journey to the cold northern mountains. Which reminds me of when I served under Snorri Whitebeard in the great halls of, well, his clan's smelting operations.
Yes, except for this time, not underground and also surrounded by people who are more than 4 feet tall.
Nooks will get on the bus after everyone else has.
Cool. All the students pile onto the bus. There's a few other adventuring parties outside of yours, one of which includes the half dragon younger brother, who gives you all a little wave as he gets in. And
Erden will wait back since he recognizes him from the racing club.
mhm. And the smaller sky coach, which you all are a bit cramped in, they're a little bit bigger uh, than a normal bus, and you all kind of cramp in and get on your way to the sky bus. The Skybus itself is a rather large, impressive ship. It has two sets of sails, both huge, that catch both light and wind to travel you to your destination. At the back end are two great sets of engines, which roar gently as it holds its position. Its position being held by the four under engines that keep it aloft. The Skybus is about the size of a galleon, a little bit bigger. There's plenty of room for all of you to get on and get comfortable, and each of the adventuring parties has their own room.
So the five of us will pack into one room.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are there bunk beds or like individual ones?
Uh, they are. There are. I'm forgetting the word. Uh, what's the bed that hangs and is made out of cloth?
Hammock.
Yeah, there are enough hammocks for each of you, some of which are stacked on top of each other.
Well, I guess Tempest and Nook will go up and lower, and the rest of us will spread out.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
What?
I was just gonna ask once Nooks gets in the room if they're able to try to communicate with their patron.
Understood. Also, hi Faye. Um, so, so
Hi, Fate.
before you guys get into your rooms, the captain of the Skybus comes to meet you. She is a stout set dwarf who looks at all of you and goes, "Alright, I want you all packed in and ready to go. Just a warning, the hammocks swing while we fly, especially if we have to make a sharp turn. I cannot promise that there will be no rock attacks or any other form of attacks, although I'm sure your principal gave you this warning already. If he didn't, I don't care. Try not to die or fall off. I will not stop. And we are way too high up for you to survive said fall. Oh, wait. Some of you probably have those flight feather tokens since you're from Sharn. So, some of you will survive the fall if you do fall. If we get attacked, stay in the bunker, or stay in your bunks. Besides that, have a nice flight. At which point she goes back and starts giving out orders for them to start taking off and going.
When the woman leaves, Kel turns to the others and just that these things can fall.
Do you really want the answer to that question?
I think I already have it.
Hello.
Oh, welcome everything.
You've made it.
Everything's here.
Everything just randomly like teleports into the sky.
No, everything was here all along. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
So to catch you up, everything, and
Anyways.
anyone who's watching, your Goliath friend Bear invited you all to join them on a family kind of expedition where you will be going to their family and doing a trial. You rented out a skybus along with some winter gear to get you there. You're on the skybus with a few other students, skybus being about a galleon-sized flying ship. Draco is not coming because he is working on a special project for a class that he is too busy to do because it's time sensitive to be there.
Oh, good. Draco's not there. That makes this entire ordeal so much better.
And also, we used the werebore eye that Thrall asked for to see the past events of that werebore's life, including the part where you almost died.
Yeah.
Great.
You got a few sympathetic pats on the back after that.
Glad we got to see my almost death in HD.
Yeah. It was interesting watching it from the perspective of the werebore.
I would have gotten so many views if I had recorded it.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna
I
guess.
almost died. Not clickbait.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that.
Really not clickbait. I actually.
Tempest, I'm guessing you're recording your time upon the sky bus.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Alrighty, so the sky bus starts to take off, and your hammocks, as was predicted, do sway. So any of you that are inside of them, might fall out. I'm sorry.
Kel's probably sitting in his strumming away on his lute.
Cool. Alrighty, just so you know everything, all 5 of you are in one room.
And
Okay.
you have bunk bed hammocks.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, try not to fall out of the top ones.
Nooks will try to sit down and talk to their patron if
Cool.
they can.
You hear a dark, whispering voice from your sword, which is sat in front of you. Yes, what do you wish?
So, a little while ago, my veins started turning pitch black. You know, maybe just a casual explanation on why that's happening, please? Because I don't want to die.
Your transformation is starting.
Sorry. And with that, I'm just gonna kind of stop talking to my patron, because that's enough for now.
We can still talk to you. You're literally holding a piece of us. We're very confused as to what you thought would happen by just standing up.
So I can't just hang up my patron.
No. What did you... You know what? No, we're not gonna explain anymore. Rude. Gonna tell you about all the cool stuff that comes with transformation, but no, you have to be rude. Try to hang up on us.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I'll listen.
No,
I'll
clearly
listen.
you
No,
don't want to
please.
listen. Clearly.
I want to listen.
Oh, now you want to listen, now that you know there's cool stuff involved. Of course. This is what we get for choosing a teenager.
You're pretty petulant for otherworldly creatures.
Oh my
Kids these days. You are becoming... You know what? No, screw this. You ruined the moment. I'll tell you later. You ruined the moment. At which point your entity just stops talking to you.
When else will I get to talk to my patron? That's the only question.
What?
When else will I get to talk to my patron? That's the only question.
on the way back.
Anytime the
early
patron
back.
wants to talk or you want to talk to them, you're literally holding a piece of them.
Well, I'm sorry. Last time I tried to communicate to them, they hung up on me and basically like, no, I'll talk to you when I want to. So.
Oh, well, yeah, because you were disrespectful and rude. So, nah.
Shush.
Learn to be nice to your patron. Don't try to hang up on them.
I didn't know that's. I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to communicate with my patron. What?
Tries to hang up on a freaking shadow entity from the Shadowfell. Alright,
You could have had a fairy. You could have had a nice patron. I'm sure they wouldn't have hung up on you.
If you think the Fae were gonna be nicer, you have severely misunderstood the Fae.
Sorry, Faye.
Sorry, Fae. Just remember, Glimmer.
This session.
All right. So, moving on. Anything else you guys are doing on the journey itself, or are we just skipping to, uh, you arriving?
Well, Muradin has a few weapons in his pack, including a silver warhammer he bought for the fight with the war boar. He's going to sort of look at them, increment, tap them, make sure they're all in order. Sitting at a desk, obviously, because, he's not tired enough to rest, but he also doesn't really want to go out and walk around either.
Kel's just gonna play on his instruments the whole time.
All right. Um. So, who was that? Yes. Muradin. You noticed that. So you noticed that one of your or not Muradin. Sorry. This would be Nooks. Nooks. You noticed that one of your silver arrows that you bought for the fight against the werebore has disappeared.
Suspicion.
I immediately thought that it was something due to my patron, but I'm not gonna blame them on anything else because then they won't want to talk to me.
Alrighty.
I'll look around the cabin, I guess, of the bus kind of suspiciously.
No sign of your missing arrow. Just seems like it got stolen.
I'm immediately suspicious now. Should the rest of us take perception checks if we're in the cabin to see if anything's amiss?
Am I also able to take a perception check? Or insight or whatever it is?
You can give me an investigation check.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
I'll also take one.
That is a 21.
I have a 15.
18.
Looks like
25.
Looks like it was taken before you guys took off.
Suspicion. Suspicion.
That's about all you can find.
Suspicion.
Is it bad that my first thoughts went to Draco?
No. That was my first thought too.
I'm sure.
I mean, he's not going on the trip with us, and he already kind of doesn't like us. It would make sense.
I suppose he could have taken it for help with his assignment.
Why would he?
Because he's Draco. That's what he does.
Also, he has got on the record saying, he's going to kill someone. And these silver-tipped arrows are specifically designed to combat lycanthropes.
None
Maybe
of us are lycanthropes, though.
Okay, my point was maybe he needed something silver-tipped to, I don't know, write an assignment about something, and that's what he needed it for.
I'm sure he would have just asked.
It's Draco. Why would he ask?
That's a very fair
Okay.
point.
He just doesn't
Okay,
seem the
if
stealing type.
Okay, if there's anything else we could do to investigate, I guess we could look around. Otherwise, I guess we'll just wait for the rest of the trip to go by.
DM, I meant to ask, do I get like advantage or does my performance with my weapon kind of be dictated but depending on my patron?
What? I'm
So,
confused.
since my patron doesn't seem to like me right now, will I have disadvantages if when using my scimitar?
You'll see.
Since the arrow's missing, Kel's gonna search his own stuff to see if he's missing anything.
No.
Muradin will do the same.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Alright, none of the rest of you find anything missing.
If I were you, folks, I would keep a closer eye on my things.
I'm sure it'll turn up.
I mean, it's a good thing I don't use that much. I mainly use my scimitar. So,
Well, there is that. Still, I would like us to avoid the risk of anything else being stolen. So I will seal the door for the duration of our trip. And Muradin goes to the cabin door, closes it, and casts Arcane Lock as his mark of warding abilities allow.
Cool. The door is arcane locked. If you guys want, you can unlock it by speaking a passphrase. So it's not like you're stuck in here not able to use the bathroom.
What
That
is
would
our
be-
passphrase?
Muradin? What is the password? What?
Blacksmith.
Okay. Cool. So whenever you guys need to like exit the cabin, you can just use that and it disables the arcane lock for a short amount of time.
Kel's gonna go back to playing his lute.
Cool. The journey passes by fairly slowly. Most of you get in a long rest while the journey passes by, until finally you hear the engines starting to land for the fourth time, realizing that you are the last ones who will be getting off, which means this is your stop.
First of all, let me just say, I've been waiting for an opportunity to do that all campaign. Like, most of my spells are functional, and the ones from Mark of Warding are specifically security spells, but we've never been in a situation that called for them. Until now.
Alrighty.
But yeah, Muradin will pack up everything, check to see the others are, packed up, ready to go, and assuming they are, I guess we'll all go out to the exit.
Alright. A ramp has been lowered for you all as the skybus has descended. Skybus captain meets you and goes, "Alright, this is your stop." She hands you a little disc. Press this for when you are ready to be picked up, and someone in the service I work for will be by to pick you up. Understood?
Yes, thank you.
Got it.
Alright. Now get off. Make sure you have all your stuff. I'm not coming back.
Charming. So let's get off.
Alright.
Kel exits the skybus.
You guys stand about halfway up a very, very cold mountain. And it looks like you have about a mile to walk to get to the place you need to go. This is about the closest they could land. Skybuses are big, hard to land. Once you're all off, the skybus takes back into the air with a mighty roar of its engines and goes off on its next transport journey.
It didn't blow any snow upon us, did it?
Oh yeah, no, you're all covered in snow.
Kel is amazed. This is just, oh my god, this is actual snow.
Yes, it's very cold and very wet.
It's Actual snow.
And not to say anything, but that was my first reaction when I got to Alaska.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Kel is sitting there like an excited puppy, while Bear just seems to finally be in his element.
Nice.
The rest.
will climb out of the snow.
He sort of picks up a handful of snow and just like.
Yeah, he's gonna try to hold on to whatever dignity he can salvage. Get stuff out of his beard, you know.
Cal picks up just a handful of snow and just like holds it up to the others. Look, it's snow.
Oh, you like it now. Just wait until you have to go trudging through it to retrieve your long-lost locket or some such.
Tempest absolutely hates the cold. She is not having a good time, but she's grinning, bearing it for Bear.
Kel has maybe seen snow on one occasion before.
Speaking
Next
of-
is sorry.
Oh, I assume Tempest isn't still wearing her belly shirt and skirt combo.
It was just like a warmer version of that.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
So you all have your winter gear on, whatever that may be, and then there's just Bear, who's still half naked, who looks smiling at you and goes and signs something to you.
Oh, wait. Kel then casts comprehend languages.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
my friend.
We gotta trek up
He's
the
telling
hill a
us-
little bit.
He's asking us to go. We need to go up the hill.
Good. What should we be on the lookout for in these mountains?
Anything moving.
He says anything that moves at all. Absolutely anything that moves.
There's yetis, snow leopards, giant apes. Sometimes there's a dragon.
Really?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, hopefully silver, but it was just moving in when I got here, so I don't know whether it's silver or white. Although it might have just been passing by.
Apparently there's a silver dragon here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's one of the benevolent metallic dragons. Would
Said
be
it
quite
could also be white.
Besides that, there's also, just about anything that moves here, you don't want to be nearby. Unless it's a rabbit. The rabbits are nice. Some of them.
There's rabbits.
Very well. Let's get moving. Bear and I will take point.
Alright, well, yeah, because Bear needs to lead you up the mountain. So,
Well, but also Muradin has the best armor in the party.
fair. So, Bear makes his way up the mountain with the rest of you, leading you all up. I need you all to make me a Constitution save for the extreme cold.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one for me.
That's a 16.
A 1, but not a natural one.
22.
How do you get it?
23.
Alrighty. Anyone who got less than a 15 suffers a level of exhaustion, so I believe that's just Kel.
Oh no.
Kel's probably just exhausted from just playing in the snow anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Kel was playing in the snow and didn't quite understand how cold things can get. So about halfway through the journey, you start seeing them actively starting to have hypothermia problems. At which point Bear just looks at you and goes, and oh, comprehend languages would still be up. So he goes, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna carry you." And he picks you up, and just allows and wraps you in a bearskin blanket to keep you warm.
Bear is now even more the best character.
Well, you're not that heavy, So you're not actually, and
I
Bear
know
being
this is,
Bear, you're like a cupcake to him.
yeah, but it's a blanket, and he's
But
even more the best character now.
you're still suffering from the level of exhaustion, but you are immune to the checks you're gonna have to make because you're now wrapped up and good. The rest of you, I need me to make another Constitution save for the second half of the journey.
Great.
Okay.
Oh
21.
no. That is a natural one.
Oh my god, no! Really?
I was doing so well.
And me, on the other hand, is just sitting here with a 21.
Okay, I need to
I
check
finally did
my
something better than
modifier.
Tempest.
Jesus.
Uh,
So what is yours, Jack?
yeah, I'm just checking my modifiers. That's 15.
All right. So everything fails spectacularly. So everything slips into a ravine,
What?
No.
What?
and unfortunately, at the bottom of said ravine is a river.
Murden will cast Featherfall to ensure she has a soft landing or something close to it.
Alrighty. Luckily,
She's
you guys.
also going into water in the freezing cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah, but have you seen what happens to people who fall onto water without, doing the straight line thing? Water can be pretty hard to land on. It's rough.
Yeah, you're not going to
I
take
mean,
the
I'm
falling
thankful for
damage,
that, but
but you do suffer 2 levels of exhaustion from both the ice cold river and just the cold.
Great. What does that do again?
You can look up
Uh,
exhaustion levels.
Disadvantage on ability checks and movement speed is halved for
Ah,
2
thank
levels.
you.
I only have the disadvantage on ability checks.
Alrighty. Bear hands the blanketed up, um, uh, Kel to Muradin and tells Muradin to he tells Kel to tell Muradin to basically keep walking straight and they'll see the village fairly quickly. He's gonna go get, um, he's gonna go get Tempest and he'll meet you there.
Very
Kel
good.
just kind of relays that, but in a half tired way from the exhaustion. It's like, straight line that way, village.
Very good.
Alright. So the three of you get to the village fairly quickly. Muradin, you probably have tired arms because you're not Bear.
Well, I do have 14 strength, so
So you're not bad, but if it was any longer of a trek, you would probably have to put Kel down. At which point, one of the people from the village notices you, picks up Kel, and kind of leads the rest of you uh, into one of the uh, wooden houses.
hmm.
The village is very reminiscent of a. This is something. The villages are very reminiscent of, if any of you have ever seen Native Alaskan like permanent villages, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm probably the only one here who has seen one of those. So
So there aren't any giant igloos.
no, dear God. No, it's wooden housing, all built to keep in heat, along with some things to store food and that sort of thing. Um, yeah, all decorated with different animal insignia and that sort of thing. That's about where the Native Alaskan parallels end, because then you get, they're Goliaths, so there also is skulls of animals hanging on walls, um, and these are big animals, along with all of the buildings are fairly big to accommodate the Goliath's size, and their strength allows them to make use of much larger tools that allows for certain things to be much easier. Also, they are innately better at dealing with the cold than the rest of y'all, so even this warm building is not as warm as some of you would like it until the fireplace gets going in the middle. Eventually, you see Everything's character, Tempest, being carried in by a very wet, very tired looking bear, because Bear had to go into the ravine to get them.
I feel so bad.
Tempest gets set down next to the fire to dry off, where Bear sits nearby, and you see a Goliath enter. This Goliath looks kind of like the Goliath in the picture, but with the animal mask. That's another thing that you all have probably noticed, those of you who aren't suffering from exhaustion. Each of the members of this community are wearing some sort of animal mask, except for the young children who are running around without them.
Okay.
The what looks like the chief who has entered is wearing a mask of a snow leopard, and he looks at you and goes, "Ah, hello. It's wonderful to see that you all have made it. We heard that you were coming. You guys got here quicker than we expected, so sorry we didn't send down a party to bring you up."
It's okay. We had fun.
I can see that. Yes, as you probably have already found out, the mountains are a bit treacherous. Heard one of you had a close call with the ravine.
Meriden looks askance at Tempest. Yes, you could say that.
Tempest just kind of shivers violently next to the fire. Doesn't say anything. He's very upset.
The Tempest film the fall into the ravine?
Did what?
Did you film the fall into the ravine?
No, I feel like she wouldn't have been filming at that point because it was just too cold and she wanted to keep like her hands warm, and then she fell into a fucking river. So there was no point.
Alrighty. Tempest is slowly warming up and drying off. Tempest, you are brought a special soup that is made by the Goliaths to help revitalize people who have had experiences like yours. So you get a level of exhaustion removed.
Now
Yay.
you've only got disadvantage.
Now I only have disadvantage on everything.
The
Only
other
ability
level,
check.
the other level
Only
will be removed after a long rest. But
Meriden will say to the chief, "We came here with your son. We couldn't pronounce his name. He has permitted us to call him Bear, if that is okay with you."
no worries. It's a nickname. Well, in our tongue it would be Ursa, but it's a nickname he's had for a while.
Good to know. Can
Many
you show us some accommodations?
what?
Sorry, you go first.
Many of us here have nicknames relating to animals. It's kind of a tradition.
Interesting. Well, I would love to discuss customs some more, but we have traveled long and some of us are very, very tired. Can you show us to some accommodations so we may rest?
Yes. And he turns around and goes, "Here you go. You'll be staying at this house."
Thank you.
Um, like he literally did a little spin as just a bit of a joke. So he goes, "Yes. No, you will be staying at this house. It's the warmest. Well, one of the warmest in the village. And it should be big enough to accommodate all of you. Bear has chosen to stay with the rest of you here. Instead of staying with the rest of his normal family, just to make sure you're all safe and kept care of. If that's okay with the rest of you."
Yes, of course. We have come to consider him a close friend.
That is wonderful to hear. I expected as much when you were brought out for this. The coming of age ceremony will happen tomorrow, so feel free to get your rest tonight. Um, Tomorrow we will have a large breakfast, which you are invited to come join us for. And then you five will be sent out on the expedition. Has Bear had a chance to explain what a Goliath coming of age ritual entails?
No, he hasn't.
No, and thanks to his particular or disadvantage, communication is often limited and difficult.
Understood. Um, so the basics of it is each Goliath is sent out to hunt a great beast and bring it back to feed the tribe that night. If the Goliath does not return, we do not eat. If they do not return again the next day, we send out a party to find them. That usually does not bode well. But after, I am sure that you will return and bring us something extravagant to feed us for probably a few days. Um, After that, the rest of you will be allowed to stay here until the rest of the ritual is completed. It will involve things that are more closely tied to his family. You will be invited to the ritual, but there is a part that Bear must complete on his own, where he will carve his own mask.
Very good.
Alrighty. I'm glad to see that Bear has some good friends to join him on his hunt. Feel free to rest up. You will be going on a much longer trip tomorrow, but you'll have a bit of better transportation.
Yeah.
DM, before we go to the next day, I'm assuming, how long has it been since Nooks tried to communicate with their patron?
It's been about 12, 13 hours.
Would there be any chance that I could try to communicate with them again?
You're still getting radio silence. You can tell when they're open to communicating.
Alright.
Murden will
DM.
talk to Bear for this. He'll say, my friend, if your people are okay with this, I would like to ask about their crafts. It is something that I, as a craftsman myself, have been quite curious of for some time.
He gives you a nod and kind of leads you out. He's gonna lead you to someone who knows more about it than he does. But everything you were saying?
I just wanted to mention, like, during the night, like before everyone goes to sleep, Tempest is gonna go up to Nooks and just be like, "Do you remember our coming of age ceremony?"
I remember like it was yesterday.
It almost feels that way, doesn't it? It's just, I'm really glad that we get to do this with Bear. We haven't known him very long, but he's pretty special.
Yeah. And even though Nooks was very traumatized by their coming of age ceremony, they still have a smile brought to their face because they know how big of a deal it is for someone.
Hmm.
Da-da-da.
Oh, that was it.
That was it? Alright.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm dumb. So, for Murden, you are brought to one of the head crafters and builders there. He's in charge of building, like, the actual buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's an older Goliath, fairly large, and he looks at you and goes, yes?
Greetings. I'm a friend of Bear's. Was curious about your craft and weapon designs. I'm an artificer. I've learned quite a deal about such designs and construction. I was told you were someone who could offer me some more insight on the subject.
Well, I'm sure it's fairly simple compared to what uh, you are used to, but he goes through the explanations of how the buildings are designed and how they keep in heat um, with the limited supplies that they can get in the mountains. Um, yeah,
Murden nods. Thank you for telling me. It's not that I thought you had discovered anything my kin had not, but rather these are harsh climes. I myself grew up in the city, where fair weather has always been guaranteed. The But out here, where the landscape is harsh and the life is harsher, it poses a particularly unique set of engineering problems. I was curious to know how you thrived in this area in spite of that, and I believe I've learned some things. Thank you.
alrighty. So before we go into the hunt or the start of the ritual, we're just going to take a quick 10-minute break. So let's actually just go to top of the hour. We will be back. See you all in a little bit.
All right, see ya.
I
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. We are back. It is wonderful to see all of you again. So, let's get started. In this wonderful, wonderful early morning, the air is crisp and cool, although the fire, which is still burning, is keeping this house nice and warm. Bear wakes up before any of you, as per usual, and has been the one kind of mending and taking care of the fire for the rest of you.
Thank you, my friend. So, what time should we report for your coming of age ritual?
Um, he gives you a few numbers, which looks to be in about an hour, if you read your sign language right.
Okay, Muradin will nod and see to his equipment, just checking nothing's missing since apparently we have to worry about that now.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Kel's gonna also just prepare his winter gear.
alrighty. You don't have to make your trek yet. You're all brought to a wonderful feast in the main hall. In the main hall, you see, sitting behind the chief, the mummified skeleton of a great frost giant. The frost giant wearing the skull of a giant bear upon his head.
Muradin will sort of nod in respect and ask the nearest giant, "Who is that mighty creature up there?" Or who was that mighty creature up there, rather?
The nearest Goliath turns to you and goes, "That is Ursa, known as the great god of might, power, and warriors. He is an ancestral god of the giants, at least to us. Your friend
Kel,
was named after him, his true name. Uh, his nickname is also shared with the god."
Very interesting.
Kel, you were gonna say?
I was gonna point out the name thing, but then you already.
Got it. As breakfast is starting to wrap up, which is a hearty and large meal, I'm gonna guess most of you aren't able to finish it.
Well, Burden has an ox's stamina. He'll eat as much as he can.
Cool. You don't beat out Goliaths when it comes to eating. Um,
No.
Kel probably won't get far with it, but he's gonna try.
Yeah, but dwarfs like to feast too, you know.
yes, but Goliaths are big and have to eat a lot. Um, because of that.
Kel will just take food whenever he can get it. He is poor.
Fair, fair. So you all enjoy the feast. And at the end, you hear the chief, who Bear is currently sitting next to, stand up and go, "My friends and kin, and those visitors from other clans and other places, I am glad to see you gathered here today on the coming of age ceremony of my own dear son. My dear son, named after this great bear god behind us, will be taking his challenge today, along with his good friends who sit over there near the back." And he points to you.
Kel gives a wave.
I thank you, dear friends, for helping him with this hunt, and to my son I offer the greatest of luck and respect. I hope that you find something large and tasty. As is tradition, after this breakfast we shall fast until the food is brought to us by our hunter today. Now,
So you've been kind of holding out on us.
now,
uh,
everyone, I expect to see you tonight when our dear hunter returns. Until then, you may get back to any chores or things that you wish to do. Hunters, including the friends, come meet me so that we may talk about your expedition.
Okay.
At, at which point the Goliaths start to meander out, except for the chief and bear. Meeting in front of the mummified corpse of the god, the chieftain looks at you and goes, "All right. So, Bear will know this, but I should explain it to you. You will be transported on sleds, pulled by a great boar-like creature. Do not worry, they are tamed and herbivores, to say the least. I don't know if I could exactly call them harmless. Don't get on their bad side. Bear will be driving because he's the only one out of you who probably knows how to. But I do look forward to seeing you all come back, and I wish you all the best of luck."
oh,
The boar-like creatures he is talking about are huge and covered in bristles and spines, and there are 3 of them attached to quite a large sled.
Aw, I was gonna pet one of them.
and here I thought you were going to develop a phobia of boars.
Alrighty. So, as you guys get going, the the sled takes off into the snow. You will have advantage on your constitution checks for the expedition because you are not having to walk yourself, but you are still out in the biting cold.
I'm assuming the exhaustion's gone.
Yes,
Yeah.
the long rest took care of your exhaustion.
Nice.
Whenever you take a long rest, you're able to remove a level of exhaustion. Alrighty. I need perception checks and a constitution save from all of you.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So
My
20 for my constitution save and
11 for my
19 for my perception.
11 for my constitution and 5 for the perception.
21 for my perception and 15 for my constitution. My dice are loving me today.
I am not rolling well today.
14 for perception and 20 not natural for constitution.
Okay, cool. None of you succumb to the cold. You only had to roll a 10.
Yay.
Good.
And some of you start to notice tracks.
Oh, nice.
I'm assuming I'm not one of those some of you.
No. Those of you who point them out, Bear stops the sled to get out and check on the tracks. Alrighty. So Bear looks at you and goes, and gives a few signs.
Kel's going to cast comprehend languages again.
Cool. So Bear looks at you and goes, Looks like Yeti. Big Yeti.
He
This
says
is
it's a
good
Yeti.
hunt.
So, what is the protocol for hunting a Yeti?
Hit it hard.
Hit it
Should we-
hard.
Should we try to catch it off guard? Bite in pairs?
You don't know how Goliaths hunt, do you?
Alas, no. In Sharn, we never have to hunt for food.
Yes. Well, Goliaths hunt by hitting it hard.
All right. Guess we're gonna be hitting it hard then.
It's the
Can you
same way
tell
we
which
tame
way-
our animals.
I see. Can you tell which way it went?
Looks like it goes about this way. I can keep tracking it, but I'm gonna need someone else to drive while I do.
I have proficiency with land vehicles. I have no idea if that would come in handy.
No, this needs an animal handling check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, let me check.
My animal handling is +6.
Mine is +0,
+1.
which is better than my Constitution modifier.
Looks like Tempest will be using their animal handling.
Cool. Great. Great.
Very okay.
Sorry, what are we doing? Because I was
Animal
plugging into my
handling.
computer. Animal handling check.
What's
assuming-
your animal handling?
Mine
Yeah.
is a +1.
Okay, so no, we're gonna have Tempest do the
Tempest.
animal handling.
Okay, that's
So, Bear hands you the reins and goes, "Alright, these creatures are big and only respect strength. So you're going to have to pull hard and put a lot of your body into how you drive them.
okay.
But you also have to respect them. Alright? There's a reason that we fight our animals to tame them. We're earning their respect. Show that you respect them, and they should respect you. Don't worry, they're already tamed. You're not going to have to punch them."
Okay, great. Good to know. So Tempest is going to get a relatively good, strong grip on the reins and just try to try her best to drive this thing. I rolled a 25 on animal handling.
Cool. Now I need a
Nice.
strength save.
Oh no.
Could one of us help her with that?
Yes, but it would only give advantage.
I'm okay with that.
Can I give Bardic Inspiration?
Sure.
Muradin will reach out to help her.
Okay.
Kel strums on his lute to give that Bardic Inspiration.
With advantage, that's a 17.
Nice.
All right. You figure out how to get them to go, and then you don't get thrown off when they go.
Yay!
And you're able to somewhat steer them, although you're definitely not doing as good as Bear was. So Bear is giving you like shouted out directions like, go left, go right, which then poor Kel is having to immediately relay.
This is a very difficult way of driving.
I need another strength check.
Okay.
Muradin will again reach out to help.
All right, I'm gonna roll this with advantage. Keep in mind that I haven't used my bardic inspiration yet.
Totally fine.
Nice. Okay, so that's a dirty 20 for strength.
Cool.
Nice.
You actually are able to get kind of back into control and start pulling them one way or the other, allowing them to really start going where you want to go. I need everyone to make me a Constitution save with advantage.
I will be right back. My computer charger is being dumb. 2 seconds.
Oh boy.
18.
Alright.
Dirty
I rolled a good
20.
number. I rolled a good number.
24.
Cool. I'll get Nooks in a minute. But the rest of you, the biting cold.
What are we rolling?
Oh, Constitution
Sorry.
save.
Constitution save
With advantage.
with advantage. How much advantage?
2d20.
Well, just advantage.
Just roll 2d20.
2d20s take the highest.
Oh. That is a 22.
Cool. So all of you are able to endure the biting cold, even as snow whips by and whips through your face.
Snow.
You start,
Yeah,
you start getting into a much more cold and desolate and stormy part of the mountain. You've gone up and down. You think you're into a different mountain at this point because this is a range of mountains.
Okay.
When you
Tell us-
and I need everyone to give me an advantage or a perception check.
All right.
11.
19.
15.
Give me a second. Let me do some math. 24.
All right, so our 24 and your Goliath both notice the Yeti out in the distance.
Hey guys, there's a Yeti. It's pretty like out there, but we should probably be quiet.
How many feet away are we?
Kel
You're-
nods.
You're about 200.
About 200 feet.
Your plea to be quiet is not listened to by Bear, who immediately starts shouting and grabs a harpoon and chucks it.
Okay, never mind.
Well,
You can chuck a harpoon 200 feet?
If you are Goliath, you can.
Dang.
He does not hit and starts pulling the harpoon back in. The chase is on. I need a strength save to keep the sled in control.
That was it. I just rolled for strength, and that's initially a natural 20.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm the one driving.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Nooks, please assist Tempest in the handling. Murden would like to keep his weapon handy.
Am I able to help?
Yeah, you can
Control?
give advantage. Anyone who is
Okay.
driving or helping drive will not be able to fight the Yeti.
Are you serious?
Okay, then never mind.
Kel prepares.
I
his-
wanted to fight it.
Okay, Murden
Okay.
will use his lightning launcher on the Yeti.
I need the strength save first.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Natural 20.
Cool. Cool. So you're keeping the cart and sled in alignment really well, and you have caught up to the Yeti. This is an abominable Yeti, a truly terrifyingly large version of the Yeti. So, everyone can roll to hit.
Murden will attack twice with his lightning launcher because his armor is still in infiltrator mode. Okay. So that's 18 and 24.
Alrighty. 1824. Cool. So, you punch both times into them, so those both hit.
Okay, now the bending launcher is 1d6 plus 5, so I'll roll for both of those. And once per turn, I can zap it, so it receives another 1d6. Okay. That's a 6, a 4, and a 4, plus 10. So
24.
24, yeah.
All right. So total damage was 24?
Yes.
Cool. You hit into the abominable Yeti, who lets out a mighty roar. Who's next?
I'm gonna be a traditional warlock again, and hope this works. Can I try casting Eldritch Blast at it?
Sure.
I don't think I have to roll to hit for that.
Yes, you do.
Doesn't say I roll. I do?
You rolled a hit with Eldritch Blast, yes.
Oh, I do. Which is a 3. Wait, never mind. I didn't add my bonus. That's a 10.
All right.
And my dice were treating me well before this.
You do not hit. Your
Okay.
blast goes wild.
Still
And
can't.
that's where. Does anything happen with my veins in my arm? Because last time, every time, because of
Nope.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
I will tell you when your veins start doing weird stuff.
Okay.
Kel is going to ready his crossbow and fire a crossbow bolt into the Yeti's leg.
All right, shoot.
That is a 14.
You miss barely. The moving sled just messes you up and you shoot into the snow. And finally, we have Bear. So Bear jumps from the sled and rams into the abominable Yeti with his axe, knocking both him and the Yeti into the stone wall of the mountainside.
Oh!
I need a strength save to abruptly stop the sled so you guys don't go too far away.
Okay.
Will help.
You're gonna help me?
Yeah.
Advantage! Oh boy, that's a 12.
You're able to stop it, not how you really wanted. You accidentally pulled them left into the stone wall.
Oh!
So, the sled survives, but all of you get flung out and take 7 points of damage as you hit the stone wall. But the
Ow.
sled is stopped.
No.
Ow.
Alright.
Oh.
The abominable Yeti is going to swing twice at your friend. That hits. And that hits. So he deals a total of 31 points of damage to
Ow.
your barbarian, who is raging.
Okay.
Did you pick a specialization for him?
Yes, he is a totem barbarian.
Fitting.
A bear totem barbarian.
So do we have to roll for initiative now, or?
Yes, now we go into initiative proper.
Or at least I got a good opening blast on him.
A 21.
Alright,
17.
cool.
17.
Okay, so two of you at the same time.
Natural 20.
Boom.
Okay.
Getting a lot of natural 20s tonight. Everything.
So-
Yeah, my dice like me and hate me at the same time. So
That's a
So,
mood.
so everything, you go first.
okay, never a good thing to be a sorcerer who goes first. All right. Am I gonna waste a 3rd level spell slot doing this? No. I'm just gonna cast Shatter at a 2nd level.
Wait, so could hurt Bear.
Oh, that's right, he is there. Okay, hold on. Is there something that I have? This is the reason sorcerers don't go first in initiative. We need time to plan.
You're too squishy.
We're too squishy.
I
Okay.
mean, I already know what I'm gonna do. I can use
I'm
some of my
going
fun spells. Sorry.
I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar as a first level spell, but I'm going to use 2 meta magic points and use Careful Spell, which basically means that I can choose to make sure that Bear and anyone else within the radius doesn't get hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. That is a. I didn't write it down. Strength saving throw of 14, I think is my. Yeah, because. No, it's 15 now. So a strength saving throw of 15.
Okay. Fails, surprisingly.
Are you serious?
Look, I can still roll a 5 as a Yeti.
I know. I was just like, man, that was the worst like saving throw for a Yeti to but whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna roll my 2d6 and be happy.
Be very happy. He gets a +7 to those.
Oh, great. That's 4 points of necrotic damage.
Wait, that's it?
Dude, I cast it as a first level.
Uh,
Can I use my movement to be as far away from him as physically possible?
you have 30 feet, right?
I have 35 feet.
Then you should be fine.
But yeah, DM, 4 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, cool. That was Arms of Hadar?
It was.
Alrighty, and we're moving him, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So he gets pulled away from both you and Bear, which makes him, oh, so unhappy.
What's his place in the initiative order?
Bear and the Yeti both kind of rolled terribly for initiative. I'm not rolling the best, so good for
Who
you.
goes next? Me or Jack?
It would be both of you, so whichever one wants to go first.
I've rolled
Oh.
21 for initiative.
Right, yeah, nope, sorry, it's Zeta first.
Oh.
So, Kel is going to start whispering a little melody, and which will
God.
cast Dissonant Whispers at a second level spell slot.
Is this just your new favorite spell?
This is the first time I've used it.
I could have sworn you've used this like 4 times.
No, it's the first time I've used it.
That's Tempest.
No, I have dissonant whispers.
Oh my god. Alright, Dissonant Whispers away. What do I need to roll?
14.
Cool. What save?
A wisdom.
That is not... Yep, nope. Yetis are not a wise creature.
So that's plus 15 psychic damage, plus it has to run away with its reaction.
Oh god. Yep, okay. So, taken. Yeti's not looking so good. I need to get some, like, charm and fear immune creatures. Alright, yeah. So, who's next?
I'll
it's up
go
to you
next
two.
if I can.
Okay.
Also, what?
Oh, said Murden will wait, I guess.
I would like to cast Hunger of Hadar, which doesn't do any immediate damage, but the creature is temporarily blinded. And anytime he starts his turn in the area, he takes 2d6 cold damage. And anytime he ends his turn in the area, he has to make a dex save. And if he does not pass, he takes 2d6 acid damage.
Wonderful. It's a good thing Yeti's immune to cold.
Oh,
Well, he's still temporarily blinded.
No, yeah, that sucks. Is that anyone in his area or just him?
It says it's a 20-foot
Okay, so this is an AoE.
area.
Luckily, he's not next to anyone at the moment. So cool. I'm not gonna be mean and assume that means there's no light.
Oh no! It literally says, no light, magical, or otherwise can illuminate the area.
Oh, so this is darkness, but more
With
harmful.
Cooler.
Okay.
Yes.
So that does mean anyone attacking him has disadvantage as well. We'll tell you that.
jeez.
Alright, Muradin.
Well, I was going to use my lightning launchers again, but I guess under the circumstance that's an ill-advised roll. Instead, Muradin will use his favorite spell, Catapult. So he takes out a piece of rock or iron, mutters some things to himself, and launches it directly at the Yeti with a dexterity saving throw of, let's see here, 16 to make.
Okay. Dexterity. That's a flat. Almost did it, even though he gets no bonuses, but he doesn't quite.
Then that's 3d8 damage. Here we go.
Ouch.
4, 8, 4. 16 points of damage.
Okay. Taken.
No other effects.
Cool. Alright, he took it. Then we go to... Alright, the Yeti. He needs to make a dex check, correct?
I think he needs to make a number of checks to see if he, shrugs off the whispers or
Yeah.
passes the
Alright,
book.
first let's try and shrug off whispers. Which he does.
Ooh.
Next, let's see about that, I believe, dexterity check for the acid damage. Peyton?
Yes. It's a dexterity check for the damage, and if they fail, they take 2d6 acid.
Alright, so they fail, so give me that damage.
That is 7 points of damage.
Taken. Anything other...
I mean, 8. Sorry. Not 7. I did math.
Okay, also taken. Any other spell conditions I'm forgetting about? My party that decides I need to roll 1,000,000 saves every turn.
You're welcome.
I have one spell that may require a Constitution saving throw, but I'm not planning on using it.
Okay, so not yet.
Other than he can't use reactions until my next turn, no, everything's fine.
Well, yes, but that I don't have to roll a save against.
We're good.
Mine's just a simple damage spell.
So he runs out of the Hunger of Hadar area, because he doesn't want to be in it. And he is going to make 2 claw attacks and then use Chilling Gaze on Kel.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
No.
Actually misses the claw attack, does not miss the second one. So Bear takes 21 points of damage. Remember, he's halving all of this. So all the damage he's taken is getting halved because he's a bear barbarian.
Okay, but is that 20 after having or before?
Before. He takes 11 points of damage after.
Right.
Yes, no, the creature is not dealing 42 damage a turn. If he only hits once. Chilling Gaze, I need... Oh, this is... Oh no, it is only one creature. I need you to succeed on a DC 18 Constitution save.
Can one of us help him?
No, unfortunately.
16.
No. DC was
That's pretty
18.
good with a -1 modifier.
That is. Are you immune to cold damage?
I don't think so.
Cool. So you take 21 points of damage, and you are paralyzed for a minute.
I have 1 point of health left.
Oh
Cool.
no!
You are paralyzed for a minute or until you succeed on the saving throw at the start of each of your turns.
Oh boy.
I mean, the good news is once you save, you're immune to the effects for an hour. Yay.
I've got a feeling we're going to be carrying you back in the sled.
Just gonna be carrying a paralyzed Kel all the way back.
He got carried into it the first time. He's getting carried back.
Oh,
If any of you have any healing stuff?
one, but it's not a very powerful one.
I have 1 point of health. I will take anything.
I can heal myself.
I am paralyzed. I cannot.
Unfortunately, no, because warlocks do not get healing spells for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
hi dog. The dog does not like that you are paralyzed.
Good dog.
Yes. Alright, so, back to the top of the initiative order. Oh, wait, no. No, Bear does get to do something. Bear's going to swing at your friendly neighborhood. That's a hit. And that's a hit. Bear does not miss.
How much damage does he
For a
do?
total of 17 plus 10. So, yeah, 27 points of damage.
Snap.
Which is taken. The Abominable Yeti is looking bad and is looking to kind of get out of here. Top of the initiative order, though.
Okay.
Do you have magic missile?
No, but I have something that will help. Cool. Gonna do 2 things. First, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch, which I have to roll to hit for. Oh yeah, that's 19 plus 7.
Okay. Hit.
All right, so that's 2d8 damage, and then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points, and use Quicken spell. So I have another open spell slot, or I still have my action rather. And with that, I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Wow.
So
8.
this is the first time we're pulling out that.
Yep, it is.
First time since the last campaign.
Chill Touch, by the way, that's 4 points of necrotic damage because my dice hate me. And they float when you cast the spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points you choose within 120 feet of you. So that's a dexterity save of 15. I'm only going to use 1 of the meteors.
Of course, it's a dexterity save. That probably fails. It's a 12.
Yep, dex of 15.
Yep, of course.
Cool. So the meteor explodes against him, and I get to roll 2d6 fire damage.
Oh, yay, fire.
That's
weak to
11
that,
points of fire damage.
Cool. He is not weak to it, but he does have the trait Fear of Fire, where if they take fire damage, they get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
Ooh.
So, he's freaking out. Who's next?
That would be me. What is that? Is Constitution saving throw again, right?
18.
That is not an 18.
So you're going to be there a while.
Yep. I am gonna be here a while. I have to get an 18. I have to roll either a 19 or a nat 20.
Oh no.
I have a
Uh,
-1 modifier for Constitution.
Okay. As a bonus action, Muradin will cast Sanctuary on Kel. So the Yeti must pass a DC 16 Wisdom's saving throw to remember he's there.
Okay.
That's a bonus action. And for his action, Muradin will go with a Pew Pew Lightning Blasts. Hers.
All right.
Okay, roll to hit. That's 24 and 17.
All right. Both hit.
Excellent. And d6 plus 5 each, and a bonus d6 for extra damage. So 4, 4, and 3 plus 10 is 21.
And the abominable Yeti is dead.
Oh, sweet.
It falls to the ground
Nice.
from the lightning, its fur slightly singed from the meteor. And Bear celebrates.
Yay.
Huh.
Kel would be
Yay.
celebrating, but paralysis.
Does that
After-
not wear off?
Not
1
for a
minute.
minute.
Oh.
It's not a constitution, or it's not a concentration thing. So yeah, no, it's just your friend's just gonna be paralyzed until a minute passes.
Okay, first, Meriden will sort of make a blow with a gun animation with his lightning launchers. They're little jewels mounted on his gauntlets.
Fair, fair.
Then he'll cast Cure Wounds as a second level spell to heal his lowly friend, who's in a bad place, as we can see. 2d8 plus 5. 5, 8, and the 5 of his intelligence modifier. So that's 18 hit points you're back to
That is
back up from.
that is most of my health pool.
All right.
Excellent.
So while you're doing that, Bear loads the Yeti onto the sleigh, which takes up 90% of the sleigh. It's gonna be a bit of a cramped ride. He gets back on, waits for your friend to unthaw, and you all can now get back on.
Kel, when he gets onto the sled, has just said, "I don't think I like snow as much anymore."
Oh.
Oh. Are you going to be okay, my friend? You took quite a beating in that fight.
Yes.
Well, as long as you're alright, that is enough for me. Now, let us go.
Cool. By the way, before you guys take off, Bear goes, "Oh, I found something on the Yeti, by the way." And he pulls
Oh.
out a staff that was attached to one of the Yeti's legs. As in, someone had impaled it into one of the Yeti's legs.
Oh.
I actually have a picture of it. 1 second.
Is it still in the Yeti's leg?
No, he pulled it out. It is a staff of frost. It looks like a giant icicle with a leather wrapping.
Can I have it?
I was about to ask if I can have it.
Can I have it?
Do we know its effects, or do we have to investigate it?
I mean, you get more spell slots than I do, so I have 2 spells that I can use. So
It allows you to cast a few extra spells a day out of its spell pool. Basically, they're all frost-based.
Would I need spell slots to use that, or
No.
could it just be?
No, it comes from
I
the
only
staff.
I only get 2 spell slots before a short rest. Everything. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
but just to clarify, are these limited charges that will eventually run out, or is it number of charges per day?
It's a number of charges per day.
Good, just so you didn't get reckless and blow them all on a minor fight or something.
All right.
Nuts.
Hmm.
I understand that you have less power than me, and that's okay. A lot of people do. But listen,
Hey, everything. So tell me how many spell slots you have total. I'm just saying because I only get to use 2 spells before I have to take a short rest.
are you going to use this to defend yourself in battle?
Definitely.
Then take it.
Okay.
Glad we sorted that out.
All right.
So I'm assuming DM, you'll send me the info about that.
Yeah, you can also just look it up. It's called a Staff of Frost. It's a base DMG item. If you have the DMG, it's just in the back. It's called Staff of Frost.
Oh, let me get my DMG.
Yeah, cool. If you just go to the magic items, it's Staff of Frost. It'll explain what it does. Or you can look it up on the D&D wiki, and it will be there. Cool. So you have your Staff of Frost now, which, by the way, is such a cool looking item. I love it so much. All right. So you all bring back the food. The wonderful giant Yeti, which is loaded into one of the lodges, which is used to cook in. And as everyone is waiting, Bear is brought into a tent to carve his mask. After a little while of waiting, a bear comes out with what you think is the mask covered in a leather wrapping and enters into the main lodge where you are escorted in for the dinner feast and the ending of the ritual.
Wonderful. Sure, we all worked up quite a hunger out there.
Most likely.
All right. Yeah, you did, and so did everyone else who just spent the entire day not eating. You eat the abominable Yeti, which is surprisingly good, honestly. A little gamey, a little hard to chew, but very good.
Yeah, makes sense.
At the end of the dinner, Bear is brought to the center of the room in front of the god once again. My son has completed his rite. As a father, I am proud, and as a chieftain, I am even prouder. He shall now present his mask to show you what his animal is, and to present it before the god for his acceptance. So Bear unfurls the mask and puts it on and lets out a big battle cry. The mask that he has made is a polar bear mask, which doesn't surprise any of you that much, but it is very well designed and very well carved. He turns to his god and kneels before him, as the god's eyes glow a deep blue, and a billowing of almost snow comes out and touches Bear's axe, which glows with the soft light of ice from a glacier. A cheer erupts from everyone as the god has accepted this new member of the clan and specifically has ordained him as a hunter of Urson, one of the higher ranks within the society they have.
So is that a +1 or +2 weapon now?
It's magic, but it's not your weapon, so you don't know.
Well, Muradin is curious about these things. Artificers can craft and understand magic items, so maybe he'll talk to him about it when they get back to the House of Kindness.
Tempest cheers along with everyone else. Slightly confused, but
Nux does the same.
Yeah, Muradin will clap his hands gently.
Kel is also cheering.
So after the feast and everyone being excited, Bear comes back to you and gives you a bear hug, which almost crushes a few of your ribs. And starts signing again. Comprehend languages is worn off. If you have a spell slot, you can cast it again.
Yeah, I'll cast it again.
Cool. Thank you guys so much for coming. Draco already sent me a sending message telling me that how proud he was of me, and I'm just so excited. I can't wait to show this off to him. He's gonna be so excited.
I'm sure he will.
Congratulations, my friend. You did very well out there. I'm sure your axe has been imbued with great power as well.
Yes.
Perhaps so.
I am now a hunter of Urson, ordained to take on the greatest of creatures in the name of my tribe. But, for now, my father has reminded me I am a student at UDA, and to focus on my studies.
Well, to be quite fair, they are often one and the same, are they not?
That is my favorite part about the school. Speaking of school, we should probably start heading back. I already alerted the Skybus company with the disc that we were ready to head back.
Very good. Can your sled bring us back down the mountain? I don't look forward to one of us falling into a ravine again.
I have a bit of a more fun idea.
Oh?
Oh?
At which point he brings you outside and grabs actual sleds
Ooh.
and goes, whoever gets to the bottom first, I don't know, but it's gonna be fun. Let's go.
Muradin is on board for this.
At which point he grabs the sled and takes off to the bottom.
Muradin will get on his sled and follow after.
Nux does the same.
Kel also follows.
Tempest is going to use Mage Hand to try and give herself like a shove so that they can go faster.
Oh my
Wait, can
god.
we legitimately roll to see?
You know what? Fair. Everyone give me a dex check.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
18.
17.
Well, I
10?
rolled a 2, but I haven't added the dexterity yet.
We had our proficiency.
Oh, how nice. A 4.
Ah, wonderful. So, you know, everyone gets there at a reasonable time. Bear gets there first. The man's been sledding for a lot of his life. He knows this better than y'all do. At which point there is a sled down there, an actual boar pulled sled with one of Bear's family members who collects the sleds at the bottom and hopes that you had fun. As the rest of you all of a sudden see a snowball rolling down the hill as everything fell off and started tumbling and picking up snow, and it's now just become a ball of snow rolling down the hill until it hits into a tree nearby. Everything take 10 points of damage.
Ow!
Can
I
we
hate
help her
cold.
out of the ball?
Bear, I adore you. The mountains suck.
Shortly after the sled heads back to the village, your ride meets you. It's a different captain, different ship, but fairly soon you are back at UDA.
Wait, DM, on the way back, am I able to try to communicate with my patron again?
Yes. Are you ready to listen yet?
I am.
Good. You are being transformed into a shadow entity, a great and powerful demon-like creation. You will be granted power beyond your mortal understanding.
Nooks smiles. Well, not really smiles, but Nooks nods.
Come on, this is a big deal. There should be a little bit of pep, excitement.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to act because I don't want to disrespect it again.
I love the patron.
I do too.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop sharing all my exciting news with you. You don't seem to really
No,
care.
no. Nooks finally breaks out a full smile, because they have been holding it back, but they're kind of just very happy about this.
There we go. All right. Oh, yes.
Wait, can anyone else hear what my patron is saying to me?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Sweet.
They just hear you talking to it.
So I seem like a psychopath.
I mean, they know you have a patron, and this isn't uncommon among warlocks, but yeah, you do look a little crazy. So
Nooks has the biggest smile on her face right now.
So he goes, "Do not worry. Your power will grow, and you shall grow in power, and your blessings shall grow in power themselves." Now, well, that was about all I had to say. Do you need anything else, or I'm gonna go now?
You're good to go.
Cool. And the entity is still there-ish, but they're focused on other things.
All right.
All right. So the next day, as you guys have returned, tragedy strikes. True horror. Oh wait, no, this is like a week after. This is a little bit after. But tragedy strikes. True horror. Everything's phone has gone missing.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the second Tempest realizes her phone is gone, she screams. Literally the highest pitched screaming.
Nooks kind of bursts into their room, genuinely expecting panic. A reason to panic. What is it?
It's gone.
What's gone?
My phone is gone.
You mean to tell me you basically woke up the entire campus over your phone?
Yes. Do you understand how much of my life is in that thing? I have to be attached to my phone every second of every day, or
Nooks
it's not
walks
going
out.
to. Please come back. No, you have to help me.
Gail is like walking to the kitchen to get breakfast and just sees this.
Like, Tempest follows Nooks out. Nooks, please, you have to help me find it. Please, please, please.
What will I get in return?
What do you want?
I don't know. What do you have to offer?
I can shout you out on my next live stream.
Fine.
Thank you, you're the best.
Kel, who is half asleep, just what's going on?
My phone is gone. The entire world is ending.
You hear from the corner Draco bursting out laughing.
You shut your face. This is a very serious thing.
Burden fucks past and goes, "Oh no, whatever shall you do? Why, they might as well have hacked off both your arms, mightn't they?"
you can be sassy all you want, but things have been going missing lately. So when one of your precious little artifacts goes missing, don't come crying to me, okay?
Kel is just
Tempest
confused.
actually does make a point there.
Muradin turns around and says, I'm not foolish enough to leave my artifacts unguarded, thank you very much.
Think I
Mine.
didn't have guards on my phone?
Tempest actually does make a point there. Things have been going missing.
What do you mean?
One of Nook's arrows was gone. Now Tempest's phone. I think whoever's behind this is gonna take something from each of us. That's all I'm saying.
Rocco,
What? What did I do?
you're sitting here laughing. You find this funny. You probably took it, didn't you? Where is it? Where is my phone, you gremlin?
I'm laughing because I find your misery hilarious.
See, I told you he wasn't the type to steal things. Kel is still really confused.
Muradin says, fine. We will designate a room in the dorm, and every night I will cast alarm upon us. If anyone tries to enter there without permission, an alarm will. The spell will alert me to it, and I will wake all of you up to confront them. Is that sufficient?
I mean, for now, maybe, but do you have locate object?
No.
Then you're useless to me. Goodbye.
Muradin raises an eyebrow and goes, my, someone is certainly used to getting everything they want.
Nook's just kind of doesn't really say anything, but helps Tempest to start searching because they know the sooner they find it, the sooner Tempest will stop complaining.
Well,
Yeah, maybe we could do some investigation checks just to check
Yeah.
for sentry or whatever.
Kel's
Cool.
also gonna try and help find the phone.
cool. Y'all can make an investigation check.
Oh, a natural 20.
I got a
16.
natural one.
17.
Cool. About all you find out is that the box it's usually kept in got broken open by a sustainable amount of force that was able to break open the lock.
Also, I love how one of my arrows are missing, and Tempest basically lost their whole life.
Tempest starts having a breakdown. Like, she's full on crying at this point. It's not okay. I need my phone.
Draco just turns and goes, Look, I would love to stick around here and watch your life fall apart in front of my very eyes, but we need to get to class.
Shut up before I cast Mind Sliver on you.
Especially depressed.
Kel goes to reassure Tempest and just that. Are you sure you need it? Because I've never had one. Or...
Kel, you're adorable. Yes, I need my phone.
Kel just kind of recoils and okay.
DM, is there anyone like in the office or any administration who'd be able to talk to you about this?
Sure. After class.
All right, that's what we'll do.
We'll go to class tomorrow.
Cool. I mean, you can ask your professors at each class if you want.
I will do that.
Okay.
Muradin will not. He doesn't really care.
Kel just sort of assures Tempest that I'm sure you can go one day.
My life is over.
Oh my
Kel
gosh.
doesn't know what to do.
Ironbeard has no idea what you're talking about. He's just sitting there going, yeah, I don't know. Talk to someone who... I don't know. I've got way too much on my plate. Maybe talk to the principal after you're done with this whole thing, or I don't know, Rolb. Rolb is good at finding things.
Maybe we can bring the box so he can take a look.
Kel's probably going to see if he can ask the people in loot, because he remembers that they temporarily stole his spoon.
Would my patron know anything about this? I doubt they will, but I mean, it's worth a shot to ask.
Would my ancestor of knowledge know anything about this? Because this would be a good time to ask.
Sure, but these are all rituals that would need to be performed outside. Well, other than talking to the patron, these are all things that would need to be performed when you're not in class.
Am I able to ask my patron about this?
Yeah, your patron doesn't know. Or
It was worth a
your
shot.
patron goes, I don't even know what that is. I am hundreds of years old. I barely recognize time passing by, and you think I'm going to know when someone stole a phone?
And the first goes, okay, thank you, and then kind of just stops talking to the not hangs up on them, but like
Yeah,
Tempest
doesn't say anything.
Tempest is going to bring the box to Roll to see if he can help her.
So, unfortunately for y'all, Rob isn't in class today.
Oh, this
Oh.
day
It's
sucks.
his fault. He's stealing all the things.
So, you get a pre-recorded message from Rob in your mind as you enter the class. Hello, my friends and class and students. I am unfortunately dealing with a rather problematic family member at the moment. You know how it is. But not to worry. A substitute teacher will be taking my place. My very good friend, Dave. When you actually enter the class, you actually see Dave. A ball of water is floating in the middle of the class, in the middle of the lecture area, fairly big, that holds an aboleth, which I will show to you all. Boop, there we are. Dave, the aboleth.
Can you send a picture in the Discord so we can see?
Yes, 1 second.
For the ones who aren't watching the stream currently.
Which is
Nah,
mainly
you
the
know,
actual.
the people watching are way more important than y'all.
I actually met an aboleth once when I was playing Baldur's Gate 2. Pretty cool.
They are really awesome. I love them. Okay, there we go. Aboleth, there's Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, hello, Dave.
Dave the Aboleth. Dave looks at you all and goes, Ah, hello. I am Dave the Aboleth. As you have probably already been introduced by your teacher, I will be substituting for today.
Do you know how to find lost objects?
I know some way. What's wrong, dear?
Someone stole my phone.
Oh, I am so sorry. Well, you know, I was going to teach about something else, but why don't we take a field trip to Sigil? For those of you who have not been introduced yet, Sigil is also known as the City of Secrets or the City of Doors. It is a true neutral territory. You can get to it by kind of taking a right at any plane or travel spell. So, we can probably figure out a little way to get your phone back there.
Okay.
Anything that is lost can be found there. Does that make you feel slightly better, young child?
Yeah. Just like the day has totally sucked.
I understand. No one tell your teacher I did this. Sigil is also a very dangerous place, and I'm not sure Rob would approve.
Is this
Oh.
just gonna be a TPK right now? Oh no.
And small warning, if you see a lady that anyone refers to as the Lady of Pain, or looks like someone you would refer to as the Lady of Pain, run. That is the Lord of Sigil, and don't fuck with her. All right, field trip,
Dave
everyone.
is the best.
Dave is
It's seriously, I seriously wrote in my notes, Dave is the best.
If
With no context, but
if the entire, not just the party, but the entire class dies over Tempest's phone,
It will have been worth it. I need
the
it.
Tempest won't be alive. So
Erden is kind of just very annoyed by all this. Like, he's not saying anything directly, but he's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm being dragged into the middle of literal nowhere for this.
I'm not reading chat right now, but I can only assume that chat is having a blast over this session.
At which point, Dave claps his tentacles together and opens up a portal in the middle of the classroom. All right, students, one by one, let's go. Into Sigil we go. Just remember, don't piss off the locals. Come on, let's go.
Tempest is the first one to walk through that portal.
Nooks follows quickly after.
Kel is a bit hesitant because he still doesn't understand why the phone is so important, but he eventually goes through.
Erden follows kind of a, typical, really.
Alrighty.
Kel is just really confused at all.
As you enter, Sigil is a city that is made into a... Have you ever seen those sci-fi movies where there's like that ring, those ringed cities that like have buildings all around the ring?
Yes.
It's built into that, but reality doesn't quite like to play by its normal rules sometimes. So the ring doesn't really, follow natural laws. But it's a literal ring around this spire of a mountain, and the ring is Sigil, the city of many doors or the city of secrets. It's also called this because there are many, many doors throughout the city that lead to other planes. You just walked through one.
Alright.
And the entire class is now on a field trip to the most dangerous place in the multiverse. Congratulations. I hope you find your phone. And that's where we're going to end it for today.
You're kidding.
I hope that everyone who's watching has enjoyed. I hope that the players have enjoyed. I hope that you all look forward to Sigil, the city of doors and secrets. Legitimately one of my favorite locations in the D&D multiverse. I am so glad to get to run something in it. But that will be all for today. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.